Imagine there's a group of people who are trying to accomplish a task. And also imagine all of them speak different languages. And also imagine there's a translator for each of them. In my opinion, equipment also works the same way. If you have equipment that speaks the same language, the workflow would be much smoother, much faster and easier. I keep complaining that I don't have enough time to create the content, do housework, at the same time bring home the bacon. That's why I decided to make this video right from our kitchen. Why not? I'm broke, guys. I'm broke because I invested a few £100 on a quick release system that I think I'm a little bit obsessed with. If you watch my other videos, you may notice that I use Falcam f38 and f22 a lot. My main camera Sony a7C is fully covered with Falcam system. Actually, it has one Falcam cage, but the cage has 1, 2, 3, 4 different attachment points, and 3 out of 4 works together with f38 and f22, and that is the best selling point, and that's why I'm obsessed with it. Onion is ready. Next chapter. I was trying to shoot this video with a natural light, but sun goes down and it's getting really dark here. So I have to switch to the living room and set the studio light. See you later. If I keep doing this, I'm not going to finish this video. It took 24 hours switching from the kitchen to the living room. And that was the point I was complaining in the beginning. It's literally 2 steps, but it takes time.
It's Caleb here with DSLR Video Shooter.
Caleb, I was just making sure that I don't mispronounce his name. Although I watched all the videos, almost all the videos on his channel, and I think that was the first channel ever I subscribed on YouTube. I still cannot remember his name. And I think this is a good point to keep in mind, that people don't really care about our names. All they do, or all we do, is a good content. Why did I mention his name or his channel? For a few reasons. First of all, Caleb already made a beautiful video. He has been explaining everything in details, and I think it was a year or maybe a long time ago. The second reason, there have been some upgrades and updates, and also Falcam was producing more products, and I want to share them with you. If you realize, since the beginning of this video, I have been saying my main camera A7C, which is not my main camera. I have been using this one more than my FX3 just because of the same reason. I did not have Falcam cage for my FX3. Back then when I purchased my FX3, Falcam did not have an HDMI holder, and that was a big minus for me. That's why I went for Tilta. Then I adapted that Tilta to Falcam. Still, it was not as satisfying as the original one. That's why I decided to purchase another rig for my FX3, and I'm going to unpack it now, but I'm not going to show anything about unpacking because there's nothing interesting.
Yes. Yeah. Wait, really? Yes.
A disclaimer though, I'm not trying to say that Falcam is the best in the market and Tilta does worse job than Falcam. Neither I'm comparing any quick release system nor brands. All I'm trying to say, or the point of this video, is that the equipment that you're going to use together with your main equipment, your camera, your recorder or camcorder or whatever it is, that is going to affect the whole process, and it's going to affect your choices. Eventually it's going to affect the quality of your content. In my case, it helped me saving some time, or a lot of time. It saved me from screwing and unscrewing stuff, carrying many adapters in my backpack and so on. And I'm aware that it comes with a cost. I'm aware that switching from different quick release systems to one ecosystem would cost you a lot, or maybe a bit, depending on your budget. But I also believe that as a return, you will get better quality content, and in the end, you'll get better clients or better budget projects. I had a feeling that there is something wrong with the frame, something is missing in the shot, but I didn't even notice when did that backlight go off. I hope you don't mind. Anyways, instead of reviewing every single product individually, I want to point out 2 or 3 things, and I want to start with the engineerings. They say simple is beautiful, and I think Falcam converted it to simple is smarter. What I mean by that, they use these small magnets here to hold together the parts, and it comes out very easily, very smoothly this way. But if you try to pull it out the opposite direction, I mean, there is no way to pull it out. By the way, it's the shoulder strap, and I use it mostly for photography, because when I take photos I need to go and explain something to the client, and while explaining I need to put the camera aside. But instead of putting aside, I prefer to hang it very quickly on this shoulder strap, or if I have backpack with me, I prefer putting it here. It's their backpack sleeve version 2. They come up with the version 1, which was not successful as this one, because that one has some knots here, and Those knobs were annoying a lot when you were moving your arms. By the way, this is their wrist strap, which works together with the other system with magnets, and it's always here. And what I like, what is cool about it, it doesn't dangle around. Pretty cool, huh? Just like I mentioned earlier, all my gear is now either adapted to Falcam F38 or F22, or it's made by Falcam. And let me tell you, every single penny I have invested in these products has been worth it, without a doubt. Now, the key takeaway from this video is that your 4K 120 FPS camera will not always deliver optimal results on its own. We definitely need assistance of additional equipment, rigs, stands, handles, clamps, you name it. When you make a decision, bear in mind that the equipment you choose will either push your work in an ascending or descending direction. And remember, it's okay to invest in tools that make your workflow smoother and more efficient. I could go on showing you different combinations and setups, but then we'd be here for another 10 minutes. So I am sure you've got the idea by now, and it's a good place to wrap up the video. I hope I did not forget anything. If I did, what can I do sometimes? See you in the next one.